Okay, let's just jump right into it. What if you could hit the reset button on your entire financial journey, starting today? What would you actually do? Forget all the noise, forget all the hype. We're going to build a super clear, step-by-step blueprint from the ground up based on what really works. This is the guide to getting it right from the start.
Does this feel familiar? If you're just starting out, you're probably getting bombarded by thousands of videos and so-called gurus, all yelling different things at you. It's more than just confusing. It can lead to total paralysis, where you're so scared of making a wrong move that you end up doing nothing at all.
And this is exactly the kind of chaos I'm talking about. One person is screaming, you got to be in small caps for big growth. Another one's promising you can get rich day trading. Then you've got the crypto fanatics on one side and the gold bugs on the other. It feels impossible to figure out where to even begin, right?
So, we're going to start right here, with a part that everybody wants to skip, because let's face it, it's not sexy or exciting. But this isn't just boring stuff, this is without a doubt the most important step. This is about building your financial fortress. It's a foundation that protects you from everything life can throw at you so you can build your wealth on solid ground.
Your fortress stands on 3 pillars, and these are completely non-negotiable. First, an emergency fund for when things go wrong. Second, term insurance to protect the people who rely on you. And third, health insurance to protect you from medical bills that can literally wipe out a lifetime of savings. Without these, any investment plan you make is just built on sand. Now, this is a really important mindset shift. Your emergency fund is not there to make you money. It's there to buy you peace of mind. When the market inevitably tanks, and trust me, it will, this fund is what stops you from freaking out and selling all your investments at the absolute worst possible time. It's a behavioral tool, and that makes it priceless.
And let's be super clear about this. Insurance is not an investment. It is pure protection. A term plan makes sure your family is okay if the worst happens, and getting your own health plan is so critical because one big hospital bill can completely derail your finances. And please, never ever rely only on the insurance you get from work. It's often not enough, and it can vanish if you switch jobs.
Okay, so our fortress is built. The foundation is secure. Now we can start talking about investing. But before we even think about what to buy, we have to deal with the single biggest trap that causes most beginners to fail, their own psychology.
And this chart just says it all. People get lured in by the idea of making quick money with things like futures and options trading. But the hard data from regulators like SEBI in India is undeniable. 9 out of 10 people who try it lose money. Thinking you're going to be the one exception is one of the most expensive mistakes you can make.
So here's the deal. You have to choose to be an investor, not a trader. Real wealth isn't built overnight. It's built patiently, consistently, by focusing on long-term value, not by chasing the latest hot stock or reacting to every little piece of news.
And these right here are the classic mental mistakes. Expecting insane returns every single year. Only getting interested when the market is already high. Panicking and selling during a totally normal market dip. Or that stubborn pride that makes you hold on to a bad investment, just hoping it'll come back. Mastering your own behavior is way more important than picking the perfect stock.
All right, enough about the pitfalls. Let's get into the good stuff, the actual strategy. And this isn't some complicated secret formula. It's a simple, powerful, and proven blueprint that just works if you give it time.
The approach is so straightforward. For a beginner, the huge majority of your money, like 80 to 90%, should just go into mutual funds or ETFs. Let the pros manage it. You can take that small remaining slice to experiment with individual stocks, but think of that as your tuition fee while you're learning the ropes.
And honestly, this might be the most important slide of the entire presentation. In your early years, your #1 goal shouldn't be to beat the market. It should be investing in your own skills to earn more money. A bigger salary is the rocket fuel that will do more for your wealth than anything else.
So let's look inside that big mutual fund slice. How do we break it down? Well, the core of your portfolio is going to be in the Indian market. Then you add a slice of US equity to get some global exposure. And finally, a small piece in metals like gold to act as a bit of a safety net.
Your Indian equity part can be beautifully simple. A Nifty 50 index fund gets you the whole market at a super low cost. A good FlexiCap fund adds a layer of smart, professional management. And, only if you're up for the risk, a small, optional slice can go to a mid-cap fund for a little extra growth potential. Remember, boring in this case means reliable, and reliable is good. Now, let's be really clear about what these other assets are for. The US equity part, that's not about chasing a hot market. It's about not having all your eggs in one country's basket. And the metals, they're not there to make you rich. Think of them like an insurance policy that tends to do well when your stocks are having a rough time.
So let's bring it all home. This entire philosophy, everything we've talked about, it all boils down to one simple idea. You have to play the long game. Wealth isn't about being a genius or timing the market perfectly. It's about being disciplined and consistent for a very, very long time.
Never, ever forget this. The real secret to building wealth isn't finding that one stock that goes up 10 times. It's about consistently avoiding the huge mistakes, the wild gambles, the panic selling, the failure to protect yourself. Managing your risk is the true engine of wealth. So if you only remember one thing from this, let it be this 3-step blueprint. 1. Protect your downside first. Build that fortress. 2. Invest using a simple, systematic plan. And 3, this is the hardest part, stay consistent for decades, through all the ups and all the downs.
And this is the timeless wisdom that makes it all work. Just stop trying to be a genius who can predict what the market will do next. It's impossible. Just get invested, stay invested, and let the incredible power of compounding do all the heavy lifting for you over many, many years.
Look, this whole journey doesn't start with some grand plan. It starts with one single action. So my question for you is, what's one thing you can do today, right now, to start building your own financial fortress? Because your future self is definitely going to thank you for it.